I think we'll start by reflecting on Tuesday night. What was the main positive we've taken away from it?
Well, it was a good point and a hard-earned one, but well-deserved. I think the main positive was just the spirit of the display, and everyone impressed, I thought. After the first 20 minutes, it was difficult. A difficult start. They had a few opportunities to score. And then after that, I thought we negated their threat and really grew in confidence the second half. And I thought we posed them a few problems. But overall, they just never say die attitude. I thought it was evident for everyone to see.
How important was the result as well in the grand scheme of things? A few teams picking up points around us, but important for us to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be twists and turns to come. But as long as we can concentrate and rely on the lads to perform hard, to perform well, and to be relentless with the efforts, then it bodes well, for the coming weeks.
Looking ahead to Carlisle on Saturday, they come into the game unbeaten in 4. We're unbeaten in 5 at home. Does that show the levels that teams at the bottom of the table are performing at the moment?
Yeah, and it's to be expected. There's a lot of bottoming out. There's a lot of people actually facing reality, the harsh reality of what it might look like come the end of the season if they don't go all in on it. So like I say, there'll be twists and turns, and there are some big clubs beneath us, that's for sure, and that won't be expected to be down there. But I say it is reality, and it makes every game a scrap.
Just wanted to ask about the importance of set pieces as well. I think Carlisle scored from one against Walsall in midweek. We've had a couple of goals through Jasper Moon recently. Just how much work is going in on the training ground on these set pieces, because it's paid off in recent weeks? Yeah,
I think a fair amount of work is undertaken off the pitch and analysing what teams do, and so just to make players aware then on the training pitch, look, he might block off a certain defender there or attack certain spaces, and they look to deliver in areas. But there's a quite straightforward goal middle of the 6-yard box, and centre halves attacked it well, so sometimes the most uncomplicated plans are the best. So we try and work hard at both sides of it.
In terms of team news for Saturday, it's probably quite a lot to go through, but we'll start with the two who were withdrawn on Tuesday night, Tom Hill and Tom Curzons. Is there any update on their condition and injuries if they have one?
Yeah, it's we're looking a bit depleted at the moment. We'll have to make a late call on Tom Curzons. Tom Hill will struggle with the hamstring strain. That won't recover in time. And lads are ill. There's a fair few that are not here today. There's a couple that are trained separate. That's Anthony O'Connor and James Daly, because they've been in bed predominantly this week, and so it's a race against time. There's 7 training today, which is pretty depleted, but we'll grit our teeth and put a team together.
Not an ideal situation to be in, of course, but I would imagine that even if we'd have come in with a full squad today, it would have left you with some really tough decisions to make in terms of your starting lineup, given how well the players who were drafted into the side on Tuesday night performed. Yeah,
that's right. I mean, we did challenge the players the other night to stand up tall against a really strong team, and who were right at the good end of the table, challenging for promotion. Because it's all well and good people knocking on your door, saying, what do I need to do, or why aren't I playing? It's down to results for me. It's down to performances for players, to really prove their worth. And they did just that the other night. It wasn't a case of, woe is me attitude going into the game. We're depleted and therefore a negative attitude. They stood up to the task and proved that they're really good players. And whatever team that takes the pitch on Saturday will be a team that will expect from themselves a really good and passionate performance.
Looking back to our last home game against Accrington, over 3,000 at the exercise stadium. We've sold, I think, over 3,500 for this one on Saturday. It was a really good atmosphere last week. Just how much of an impact can that have again on Saturday? Yeah,
well, I think they're showing to the lads that they're behind them by turning up. They wouldn't turn up if they weren't fully believing that, we can get good results. And it's growing. It's growing for a number of years, and you can feel that there's a warmth towards the players and to what we're trying to achieve. We want more success at home. Since we've come up, it's been a continual challenge at home to get a level of consistency required to break through into that top half. But at the minute, 5 unbeaten, 3 wins. We hope to make it 4 wins and 6 unbeaten on Saturday. We'll be going all out.
Thank you.
Cheers.